What if I told you that you could hire an AI employee that works 24/7, never takes a day off, and costs less than $100 a month? That's exactly what I'm going to show you how to build in this video. It's called an AI employee, and it runs inside of GoHighLevel. I'm going to walk you through how to build out your first one in about 15 minutes. No coding required. And by the end of this video, you'll have an AI receptionist answering phone calls and booking appointments automatically. Let's build it. Before we actually go into how to build out the AI employee, I think it's important to know exactly what it is and how it might be different from traditional automation. Now, in the past, we've been able to set up things like calendar booking systems that would then send out a message or an email letting a person know that there's an appointment that they've booked, and so on and so forth. Well, the difference is rather than having somebody needing to come to your website, we're going to be able to create an AI employee so that when somebody calls in, they will actually have somebody answer the phone and ask them, hey, what can I do for you? And then based off of how that phone call goes, we'll recommend, hey, do you want to book an appointment with us? And if the customer says yes, it will then be able to check your availability, tell them what that availability is, and actually book them in the appointment. And then from there, we'll actually send them reminders, let them know when their appointment is, so on and so forth. And all of this happening while you focus on what you're doing best. So in order to do this, you're going to need the tool GoHighLevel, and I have a link below so that you can actually try this out for 14 days, making it so that if you're an agency, you're able to go deploy this for a client without paying a dime for 14 days, or if you're a business, that you can go get this up and running without having to pay anything so that you can test it first. Now, once you go sign up, you're going to notice that there are two different AI things that we could technically use. There is voice AI and there is conversation AI. Now, the difference is conversation AI, that's like texting back and forth. So you might be used to those chat bubbles on the bottom of your website or the other people might have where they ask some kind of question and then somebody would have an app or a software on their computer where they can respond to those questions live. Well, conversation AI makes it so an AI would step in and have those conversations within that chat bubble for you. And then there is voice AI. Voice AI is where we are going to focus today to actually build out the AI receptionist. Voice AI makes it so when somebody calls into your business that it will answer the phone on your behalf and it will walk somebody through answering their questions or even booking them an appointment. So once you've set up your free trial with GoHighLevel, you're going to want to go log in and navigate to this button right here that says AI Agents. Then you're going to notice at the top there's Getting Started, Agent Studio, Voice AI, and Conversation AI like we talked about. And then there's this thing called Knowledge Base. That's actually exactly where we're going to start. Now, a knowledge base is giving your AI agent a brain. Just because when you have somebody physically answer the phone at your office, they know things about your company. They know about when you open, they know some of the frequently asked questions and answers, and they know the availability. And so we need to go give this AI agent a brain to be able to help answer those questions when people call in. So to do this, you're just going to come over to create a knowledge base and you'll have to just name it after whatever company you're doing it for. So in my case, we're going to do it for my marketing agency called Site Spice 123. I'm only doing 123 because I've done this in the past. And then you're going to notice there's a couple of different features in which you can upload information. There is a web crawler, meaning you can go import a website and it will actually go learn from your website. There is an FAQ where you can actually go add in frequently asked questions and their answers. You can go do tables. So if you have like pricing tables within an Excel spreadsheet, or if you have different products or stuff that your agent might need to know, you can upload tables there. There's also a rich text where you can actually just go free type anything that you might need to have the agent understand. And then lastly, there is a file upload where you can upload things like documents and PDFs if you have training documents or about us documents or anything that you might need to do for your AI agent. So in order to add these, all you'll need to do is come over to this add source button and you'll notice there's these different options here. So like for a web crawler, you would go put in the URL and would go start to crawl the website. Or if you want to add in FAQs, you can just go add in the question and the answer. If you want to go add in tables, you'll just upload the CSV file. If you want to go upload rich text, it will take you here and you can actually just go type out that rich text there. Or if you want to do a file upload, you'll just upload the file here. Now, in this case, I've actually already done some of the work, and so that way I can show you what some of the outcomes might look like. For example, here's this web crawler here where I actually gave it my website and it went and scanned the website, and you can see here it's basically just pulling all of the things from those different pages and training my agent on those specific things. Then for FAQs, I was able to actually go add in different FAQs. So for example, if somebody were to ask, what does it cost to do SEO? Then I could say, we charge $1,500, and with that, you get everything. We are like your fractional CTO, where we are your technology person that helps implement the things that you just haven't had time to do yet, or something like that, and then save. And now that's put into the knowledge base so that your bot can go in and refer to these questions. And then rich text, what I actually did here and what I might recommend for you to do, which I show in my school academy and that I sometimes will go post in other videos, and I might do a video on this later, is I'll actually go use a tool like Manus AI or ChatGPT agent and give it my website and say, go study everything about this brand and put it all in a document for me. And then I just copy and paste that whole entire thing right here. That way I can give it the best information based off of what's online. So there's the different things that I've set up there. Now that you've actually set those things up, you can come back over into AI agents and you can come into Voice AI. That's the agent that we're going to be setting up today. And you can see right here, there's this blue Create Agent button. Now I'm going to show you step by step how to do all of this custom. You could obviously go through the browse marketplace and go get this set up here. And there's different things that you could actually go see, like they have one, an AI that sells itself, or they have one for auto repair, or they have one for plumbing. And these are already pre-configured agents that are set up, but I just want to show you how you can do it custom so that you can make sure you know exactly what's going on. So to do that, you'll come right here into create a custom agent and press continue. And then it's going to go to this create a new agent tab where you actually start to go build out your agent. In this case, we get to name it. So let's go name our agent Charles. And then you're going to need to go tell Charles what business it's working for. So in this case, it's going to be SiteSpice. And then we can go choose whatever language it can be in, and you can actually make it bilingual if you would like to. So that way it can go answer in different languages on your behalf. And then this is the funnest part. GoHighLevel is partnered with 11 Labs to bring in a bunch of different voices so that you can pick the voice that you feels like best represents your business. And to do that, you can just come over here and it will open up their voice library. You can see there is 16 pages of different voices. And I typically like to get a female voice because they just tend to be a little bit better. So I'll go over here to female, and then I'll go to high quality only. Now this will give us the high quality female voices, and we can go through and just listen to some of these. So let's go listen to Liberty. Let's go to Dakota. So I really like that one. So all you'll do is you'll select it, and there will be that blue box around it, and then you'll go to save voice. Now I just realized we picked a female voice, but we have a male name. So let's go change this to Debbie. We got Debbie, the AI agent here, and we got that voice set in place. And then if you want to change out the initial message, you can. For example, it says demo account here, so I might just want to say, you've reached SiteSpice. My name is Debbie. How can I help you today? Perfect. And then that is good to go right there. But there is this advanced settings tab that I think is worth noting. So go ahead and click on this advanced settings, and you're going to see you can go put in some parameters for the agent so that it doesn't just keep rambling on and on. For example, you can time it out at 15 minutes, and then you can also make sure that after a certain amount of seconds of the caller being idle that it will say, hey, are you still there? So that's something you can change again. And then there's agent behavior. This is where you get to control how fast the agent talks, if they use pause or ums or any of that kind of stuff. So for example, I like to go enable this thing called back channeling. And this is so they'll use filler words to sound a little bit more human. So for example, we can go put an like, uh-huh, gotcha, okay. So they will just say some of these things. So as the person is talking, that they may be like, mm-hmm, okay, gotcha. So that they're actually kind of responding as an active listener. And then lastly, we have voice settings. And I like to turn the voice speed up to like 1.25, only because it makes it so they're responding a little bit quicker and the person's not sitting there being like, why is this person speaking so articulate and slow? And then the voice temperature, you can see here, if you go over the info button, this adjusts the expressiveness. So I want them to be just a little bit more expressive, maybe like 25. Voice volume, that seems good. And then I also like to put them in a call center, so it just sounds like there's some things going on in the background around them. And then I'll press confirm. So now we've actually set up the AI voice so that it's ready to start answering the phone call. And then we're just going to go to next. And you can see right here, we get to select the knowledge base. So we want to use the SiteSpice knowledge base that we've got set up. And then you get to also go select what you want that agent to go collect. So in this case, I want it to collect name and email. That's all we need. Oh, and the contacts issue. And then right down here, you get to decide once that agent is done and finished the call, who should it notify in your business. So in this case, I want it to go let all the admin and all the users know. And so that is all good to go there. And then we're going to go to next. And then you're going to see that's basically it. You could go set up a phone number, and I'll talk about that in a future video, but your web agent is good to go, and you can actually go test it right here. So let's go give Debbie a try. Hey, yeah, I was just wondering how much your SEO package costs. Awesome, thank you. So you can see right there, did a good job at answering the question, but now we actually want to train it to go book an appointment so that I can actually go talk to this customer more in depth. So what we're gonna do is go press that save button, then we're gonna come back into Debbie, and you're gonna notice there's a couple more options now. For example, there's agent goals, which looks just a little bit different. And inside of agent goals, let's see here, we're going to switch over to advanced mode. And then you're gonna notice that there are these actions right here. So we're gonna come into a new action, and you can see right under new action, there is appointment booking, and this is what we want. So we're gonna select on this appointment booking here, and you get to select a calendar. So in GoHighLevel, you can actually go build out a calendar. It's fairly easy. You'll notice on this left-hand side that there's this calendar button. It's very similar to like a Calendly, to where you'll just go create a booking calendar, set the duration of the call, and whoever is assigned to that duration or to that calendar, and then you'll be able to connect it here. So I'll let you go look that up, or you can go watch some other videos about setting up a calendar and GoHighLevel. But once you've set up that calendar, you'll come right here and just go pick on whatever calendar is relevant. So in this case, we want to do, let's go meeting calendar right there. And then we're gonna go to next. And then you can see right here, we get to decide how much information they actually want to give the person. For example, how many days should we tell them? How many appointment slots should we tell them about? And what should the hours in between be? So I like keeping this at 3, but let's just have it be 2 days, and let's have it be 2 slots. So they're not just going on and on and on. And then we are going to save there. So now that this is all hooked up, it should be good to go to actually make it so that they can book an appointment. But let's go try it out. Hey, Debbie, I was just hoping I could talk to somebody about building me a website and doing some SEO. Yeah, my name's Braden. Yep, that's great. That's right. Yeah, do you know, like, can I book an appointment or something? Yeah, could we do, did you say you had one at like 2:30 today?
For you?
Yeah, let's do it. That's great. Nope, that's everything. Thank you. And so you can see just like that, we were able to not only create an agent that helps answers questions, but will actually book appointments for you so that you can focus on what you're doing good at. And that way you know that no leads are falling through the cracks. And the best part about GoHighLevel is if we come over here into contacts, we're actually going to notice that it started to take notes about that specific person. So if we go look here, and you can see Braden right now. Let's see right now. So here's Braden. We might need to go look up my name here, Braden. Braden, or bradenpaul@gmail.com. There we go. So you can see right here, it has the information about me that it's already collected from previous calls. And if we go into calendars, if we go over to that meeting calendar, right there, you can see there is the call with Braden at 2:30 p.m. So not only did it track it inside the system, but then it also had let the calendar know that that's when the appointment was, so that I could easily go take a look at that and recognize that here. Now, one last really cool thing that it does is, like I mentioned, we want to know if the AI agent is actually working. And so if we come into here, here's the employees that I've already set up in this demo account, like Jane Doe. And you can see Jane Doe actually got a full AI recap saying, hey, Debbie took this call. Braden confirmed an appointment at 2:30. He is interested in SEO and building out a website. And then here is the entire transcript. That way you never feel like it's just going off and you don't understand what it's doing. You will always be in the loop. And now that we've already set one up, I just want to show you mathematically why this might make sense and where AI genuinely gets to be an ROI thing instead of just a commodity. For example, I just talked with a chiropractor just the other day, and they close their doors at 6 p.m., but they've noticed they're getting a lot of call volume between 6 and 9 p.m. And so that's 3 hours every single day, and they're open 5 days a week. So that is 15 hours a week. And if you look for the total of a month, so if we come 15 hours, and then we times that by 4 weeks in a month, that is 60 hours in a month. Now let's assume that they can go get somebody pretty cheap and work for $15 an hour just to answer the phones for them. So we'll times that by 15. So that is $900 that somebody would have to pay to train somebody to have them sit at their desk and answer the phone. But if you were a business owner and set this up yourself, you could go do it for $100 a month. Now, if you were an agency that you're wanting to do this for other businesses, you could easily go upcharge to $200 a month or $300 a month. And you're going to see here, even with just 3 hours a night, they are assured that they're going to still get appointments and still get phone calls even when everybody is out of the office, and they're going to save anywhere from $500 to $600 a month, and that's on the conservative end. What if this was a mechanic that couldn't answer the phone all the time, or a chiropractor that was busy behind the scenes and couldn't pick up the phone? This is just a conservative number to show you that there is money to actually be saved by going and using this route and still making sure that when people are calling you that they are getting the help that they need. So if you're interested in getting some kind of tool like this that can help you build an AI receptionist today, like I mentioned, check the link below. I will give you a 14-day free trial so that you can go set this up this afternoon or this morning or whenever you're watching this video and actually go play with this and deploy it and see how it does for you. Now, if you're just an agency, if you're just a business doing this on your own, it will be $97 a month. So that's where that $100 a month is coming from. And if you're wanting to do this as an agency, you can actually go create as many sub accounts as you want, meaning you could go set this up for as many businesses as you want. And that's $300 per month, and it won't go up every single time you need to go set it up. So if this is something you're interested in, check my link below. Also, if you're wanting more training and help on stuff like this, I also have my school community where I teach people how to actually build agencies with AI that will help them earn more money because of the AI technology that we have today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I'm excited for you to launch your new AI agent. Let me know below what you name that agent, what they're going to do for you, and how awesome you think this is. We'll see you in the next video.